you lovely people. Has everyone got all their stuff ready you're going to need for this? It's got a lot of kit. You basically need a couple of pillows maybe, or a bolster. That's it. Got them? Go grab them. You can roll up a blanket. You can get a couple of pillows for this. You can, yeah. If you've got a grid roller, that'll be handy as well. But if you've got your pillows there, it's not necessary. Oh, people running off. Okay.
Lost my grid roller.
Sorry?
I've lost one.
Oh.
I've got pillows, it's fine, but I've lost my grid roller.
Isn't your grid roller slightly pink? Is yours pink?
No, orange.
Somebody has a really, really pink one that scares me a little bit.
Lisa.
Oh, I can see you now. All right, so you know your grid roller is somewhere in the room?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Up under
that. All right, so we're going to start off today with some ankle stuff. I'm going to do this in a chair, just so it's easier for you to see, but you don't need to be in a chair to do it. Okay. So you can sit with, put one foot across the other, don't matter which one we're going to start with, and we're just going to work on actively rotating through the ankle and trying to get some movement in here. So what we're going to be doing is you're going to be supporting the heel, well, not supporting it, pressing down on it to hold it in place, and we're going to be pushing rotation towards you. Then we're going to be pushing that rotation away. Careful when you're pushing it away, because you can really start to get a bit of strain in the knee. So just push it to a point where it doesn't hurt in that knee. We're going to be doing that actively for a bit, getting some big circles into it, moving through, and then we're going to hold a couple of positions. All right, so it's nice, simple stuff. I imagine everyone's doing a lot of running, so we're just going to get a bit of a stretch going on in there. Okay, everyone ready? You all look it. Cool. All right, so we're going to pop heel of the hand on the heel of your foot. We're going to push down, and we're going to pull the foot towards us here. So your hand is on a little toe, and you're pulling the foot towards you, pushing the heel away, like this. Push and relax, and then push and relax. That's it. And again. So you can push this one quite a lot. This one shouldn't feel this in your knee. That's 5. Good. Let's keep doing these. Push and relax, and then push and hold. So for this hold, I want you to push this knee down. Don't let that come up. We're going to push that knee down, and that's going to increase that stretch in the ankle. Relax. Okay, so we're going to go the other way now. So we're going to be pushing and lifting up here. So you can support the heel with this hand, and we're just going to push down. Relax it back up. Try and keep the knee down here. So as you're pushing, don't let that knee pop up. All right. So we're just going to do 10. Just hold it for a second or two at the bottom and come back up. Okay. So you're trying to make that foot rotate downwards here. Okay. That's it. Should be about 5 or 6 now. Excellent. And on this last one, we're just going to hold this, and you're going to push, lift up the heel. So you're lifting with the hand that's on the heel and pushing down, trying to get a little bit of a stretch. Not too far, just enough so you can feel this coming across top of the foot, mostly in and around the top here. Just at the, I don't even know what that bit's called. That bit. And relax. Okay. Little circles. Just get some movement into there. All right. So now we're going to try and pull the foot. So we're going to brace the foot here, and we're going to pull down on the toes. So if you look, the toes will be coming down, pulling the foot towards you, and we're just going to push away on the other side. So you're getting a stretch all along the top of the foot here. Don't push it too hard, not to the point where you cramp. That's it, good. All right, and then we're just going to pull back on the toes. So bend the toes back and pull them back like you're trying to put yourself in some weird ankle lock. Okay. Cool. So we're trying to get as much of a bend in those toes as you can. Okay. Excellent. All right. Let's change feet. So, hand on top of the heel, other hand underneath by your little pinky toe, and we're just going to pull and relax down. Try and keep the knee steady. Pull and relax down. Okay, that's it. So just 2 or 3 more. Excellent. All right, and now brace and pull the foot towards you into a stretch. Remember, keeping this knee down for me. And relax. And we're going to go the other way. So hand underneath, support the heel, and push the foot away. And relax. And we're just going to do that 10 times, 2-second hold at the bottom. And on this last one, we're just going to hold, lifting that heel up, pushing down on the toes. And relax. Cool. All right, so we're going to bend back the toes here. So if we can pop that onto the knee, and then we're going to try and snap our ankle, pulling it in. So your feet should be curling up underneath. And the, oh, that one cramped. And the other way. So let's bend those toes back. Lovely. All right, relax. That foot a little wiggle around, get everything moving. Cool. So that's just a little simple sequence for your calf, for your ankle, sorry. Really good if you get like cramping or if you have flat feet, it can really help to release the arch as well. So next, we're going to get into some calf things. So this is when you're going to need either your grid roller or something to put your foot up on. Excuse me. So we're going to do the calf bone saw next, which I know most of you have done. So I'll have the roller there. I'm going to put my foot on the top here. Okay. And then the other foot is going to come across. And I'm going to sit back, lift my knee up, and I'm going to be basically sawing that shin across the calf. All right. So I'll just carry on doing that for a little bit. So little gentle wiggles. Okay. The further you can move, the more you're going to push that bone across. You can get more into the side here as well. So don't just do a little half-hearted wiggle. Like really try and move your hips as far in both directions as you can. Try and sit down with as much pressure as you can. I think this is the 4th time we've done this. It hurts a lot less now. So if you find a particularly tight bit, so for me, the outside of my calf here is tight. So it's more when I push my hips in the opposite direction. So I can just find that little sore bit and just oscillate in and out of that. without having to go through a full range of movement. Okay, and then we're just going to bring that shin halfway down the calf. Okay, it's going to start to get a little bit more uncomfortable here. We can get a bit more pressure onto it. We can sit down a bit harder. So once you sit on it, give yourself a second. Okay, just get used to the pain first, and then we're just going to start slowly moving side to side. So you should feel that shin basically sawing across the calf. Okay. Wasn't there a 3K WOD today? A 3K run in the WOD today?
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, you're all very welcome, because I know you all did it. Definitely all did it. Durzo, you definitely did your 3K run, didn't you?
Totally.
Yeah, yeah? Cool.
Aye.
Cool.
No.
No. Okay, so start increasing that range of movement, a bit more side to side. Okay, relax. And let's just bring it down to the bottom of the calf. We're going to be just above the ankle here. Okay, so be a bit careful here. This one can be really painful down that low. So maybe don't get as much pressure on as on the last ones just yet. Give it a second. Okay, keep the pressure light to start off with. We'll do a few little movements side to side, and then we're going to start to sit back further, get more weight onto it. Same thing again, small movements to start off with, and we're going to slowly increase that range of movement. Durzo, it's too early to start crying. Stop it.
Spot that, did you?
Yeah, a little bit.
But that's so definitely.
You weren't exactly subtle about it. All right, and come off. Let's change legs. Oh. All the way up to the top. I like this bit. This bit doesn't hurt so much. And then little movements, gradually increasing the pressure and that range of movement. Top bit of the calf feels so much better after doing the bottom bit of the other leg, doesn't it? Okay, release, and let's move halfway down. Remember, this is going to get a little bit more painful here. Give it a second, let that pressure build, and then small range of movement to start off with, gradually increasing it. Remember, if you find a bit that hurts more, just stay in or around it and work on that little bit until it eases up, and then go back to the whole leg, the whole calf. All right, off we come, and let's move down to the bottom part. We'll be a bit more gentle down here. It's going to be very tender. Also, I never thought I'd use the words gentle and tender in one sentence. It's a new thing for me. As it eases off, just try and put a bit more pressure on, increase that range of movement. All right, off we get. Oh, let's call that a day there. How's that? Everyone all right? Do you all feel betrayed and hurt? Okay, so we're going to come into some heel drives now, just to loosen off the calves and the hamstrings a little bit more. And then we're going to transition those into a downward dog stretch. Okay, so, oh, there we go. So what we're going to do, into a little space, we're going to come down onto the floor like this, pop the hips up. So you were in this position here, hips up as high as possible, and then we're going to bend one leg, drive the heel to the floor. We're going to alternate legs. Okay, so if everyone wants to get set up, and we'll do this all roughly together, why not? There you go, cool. All right, so hips up, and we're going to do straighten the left leg, and then right leg, and change, 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 that's 5, and then change, 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 and change. So that's 10. All right, bend both legs. Now straighten the left leg, and we're going to hold that. Drive the heel down to the floor as hard as you can. Push your chest down towards your thighs. So you're pushing with your hands and pushing into that heel. And change legs. Same thing on this side. Pushing with the hands, push your chest down towards the thigh. Try and straighten that leg and drive that heel down to the floor. And bend both legs. So we're going to try and do this with both legs at the same time now. We're going to drive both heels towards the floor. Push that chest through as hard as you can. We're just going to hold that stretch. And back into that plank and just relax them down. Cool. All right, so we're going to be working in that same sort of position. We're going to be going from a hamstring stretch in a minute into an inchworm into a long lunge. All right, so we'll be doing a little bit more dynamic stuff, then back into the static. So I'll walk you through what we're going to do. So with straight legs, if you can, we're going to reach for the floor. If you can't do that with a straight leg, that's fine. You're going to bend your knees and you're going to bring your knees, your chest to your thighs so you can get your hands to the floor. You can get a good hamstring stretch either way. All right, then we're going to walk the hands out into that plank position. I'm going to go from a long lunge here, hold it, taps for short, and then again, change to here. We're going to come back up into the plank, and we're going to slowly push the hips up into that downward dog. Try and walk the hands back. All right, and then we're going to go back from here. So we're going to hold this position before we move out into the next one. All right, we're going to be holding each stretch for increasingly long periods of time. All right, cool. Any questions? You all good? Those just literally run away. Fine, cool. All right, so we'll start from standing. Excellent. All right, so hands to the floor in that hamstring stretch. We're going to slowly walk out, trying to keep the heels down as long as possible. Into that plank position. We're going to bring the left foot up to the left hand, left knee down, squeeze the bum, push the chest forward. And then we're going to swap feet, so into that plank, right foot to right hand, squeeze the bum, hips forward, look up. That plank, push the hips up. Let's walk those hands back to the feet. Hold that stretch. We're going to walk the hands out, trying to keep the heels down as long as you can. To the plank. Left foot up. Back knee to the floor and hold. Pull that chest through, look straight ahead. To that plank, swap feet, right foot up. Plank. And we're going to drive the heels to the floor and walk those hands back up. Hold that stretch. Let's walk those hands out. Heels stay down as long as you can. Into the plank, left foot up. All right, so hands up off the floor, chest up, push the hips forwards, and we're going to bring both hands overhead and lean back. And hands back to the floor. That's that plank. Swap feet. Back up again. Hands overhead, slightly back. Push your hips forward. Relax. Hands down to the ground. Back to that plank. Walk up. You can hold this bottom stretch. And relax. We're just going to bend the knees, come down to the floor, and then just coming out the stretch. Okay. Oh. So, oh dear. Right. So we're going to do some quad stretching now, balance these things out. So we're going to start off with a couch stretch. Nice and simple. I think you've all done this before. So find yourself a wall. Laura, you can use a car wheel. That looks like a wall. That'll be fine. Or a car. Car might be nice and soft on your foot. So we're going to head up to the wall. Or stay where you are. That works as well. Excellent. All right, so we're going to bring right foot up the wall. Try and keep that shin in contact. Remember, if you have really tight quads, you might have to pull that shin away from the wall a little bit. Walk your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. Left foot up beside left hand. We're going to hold this bond position, push the hips forwards. Good. And then up to the top. So try and keep this heel in line with the butt. Push as hard as you can with that front foot and push back towards the wall. Excellent. Hands back to the floor. Bring the left foot back. And we're going to go left foot up the wall. Right foot comes forwards. Push your hips forwards and hold.
Oh. Ow.
So I hear tight quads there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's come on up. Remember, your front foot is pushing back to try to decrease that angle at that left knee so you can get a bigger stretch. Try to keep your chest up as much as you can. And if you want to get more of a stretch, squeeze your bum. And come on down. All right, so next quad stretch, we're gonna come to this one here. So we're gonna go face down on the floor, and we're just gonna pull feet up like this. Keep your knees together, and you're just gonna pull your heel to your bum. It's a lot less intense. It's also how I spent a weekend once in college. And relax. Okay, so all of this is just preparing us for this nice long end stretch we're going to do. Okay, we're going to do a kneeling quad stretch. So we can get the chest involved in this if you want to. It's going to be up to you. There's going to be a couple of ways to scale this if you need to, depending on your level of flexibility. Okay, so what we're looking for is we're going to sit back on our feet here. Obviously that is going to be the first challenge. If you can't do this, then you're going to have to pop a pillow underneath your feet, mostly because of this ankle stretch here. So you can pop either a pillow under here to decrease it, or you can pop a pillow over your ankles. Then from here, it's going to be leaning back. So you can lean back just here. You can get enough the stretch, if you have a chair or a table or a couch or a car, Laura, okay, you can literally be in this position, lean back on the chair, and because we're going to be holding this stretch for quite a long time, you'll get a decent stretch like this, okay? But what we need to make sure we're doing with all of these is we're trying to keep the hips up and forward. So if you look at the angle of my back here, if I let this curve get into my back, you're only really going to feel this stretch on your lower back, not on your quads. So we want to be squeezing the bum to try and straighten out here and taking as much pressure there. So if you're on a chair, you can lie back like this, and that will give you a gentle chest stretch back here, and that will give you a very gentle quad stretch. But we're going to be holding it for, probably 5 minutes, so you'll still get a decent stretch in that position. If you're feeling a little bit more flexible, we can do this exactly the same, but you can come back onto your arms here. All right, this will actually give you a really good shoulder retractor stretch and a pec stretch as well. All right, if you're feeling a little bit more flexible again, we can do the same thing. We can come back onto the elbows here. Or if you've got your pillows handy, you can chuck those behind you and you can lie back on them like this. So this will give you a really nice stretch for the quads. But again, making sure you've got to have that butt squeezed. If you're in this position and your butt is relaxed, you're just going to feel it on your lower back. And you can even chuck your arms out to the side here to get a two first. So then you're going to get your quads and a nice pec stretch as well. It just depends on which one of those feels most comfortable for you. So we've got time. Take a minute, sort yourselves out, find out what feels most comfortable for you. Try a couple of the positions first. And I will get my phone so I can set a timer. But remember, whatever position you're in, this is going to be 5 minutes. All right? No, it's not a timer. So make sure you are comfortable. If you are uncomfortable to start off with, you're doing something wrong. All right? So let's get everyone in. And when you're all ready, you can just give me a little wave. Okay, 2 waves. 3, 4, 5. Collect, you don't count, you're not doing it. All right, okay. That's, yep, they count from chaps. Does okay, you guys both good to go?
Aye.
Yep, sweet. All right, let's get in position. Just remember, I want you to keep that butt, doesn't have to be fully squeezed, but keep it engaged so you take all that pressure out of your lower back, okay? Clock has started, let's get back. So if you can feel anything in your lower back, squeeze your bum, okay? Okay, so we're going to start slowly bringing ourselves out. Thumbs up. So you might feel this quite a lot in your ankles. All right, so just be a little bit careful. Come on out. Oh, we're just gonna little circles with the ankles. Try and get some movement back into them. There you go. Yeah, we'll call that a day for today. If you've got any questions, I'm here for a little bit. If you haven't, that's fine. I will see you all Wednesday for overhead stuff and a little bit of neck stuff as well, because why not? And oh, look at that. I'm even being kind and putting a nice, long, gentle stretch to finish off Wednesday mobility. Oh, so nice. All right, guys. Unless you've got any questions, I will see you all Wednesday. Thank you very much.
Bye. Cheers,
And
mate.
pleasure. See you later.
Cheers.
Thanks, Kate.
Always a pleasure.